Live. Here we go. Yay! We are finally live.
Woo!
Rick here from 28mm RPG with the rest of the gang. Once again, we got we have the gang of yeah. Cobb. We have Cobb being played by Josh. We have Rye being played by Spencer.
How's it going, everybody?
We have we have Gordo being played by Gordo. No, Adamus being played by Gordo.
Gordo is Gordo.
And then we have Shadow and Son playing Kos at the moment. And
There's no son, but just me. Yeah.
And yeah, our last session we hit jump. And just gonna ask you guys any little bit of endeavors that you wish to get into before the jump is over. We'll start with Cobb.
Well, just maintaining the armory and checking the weapon systems and everything, making sure they're...
You have some nice armor there. I will show you a picture of the armor. Let me just get that.
Everyone will have a
nice little picture. I've got some pictures here for everybody.
There we go.
You always have pictures.
I love pictures. Pictures are fun.
I know. I like pictures too.
All right, there we go. And everybody can see that, except for you guys.
Well, yeah.
That is the armor that you guys have.
Awesome.
Ooh, there we go.
Nice.
And,
nice.
We will go ahead
That is some
and
good-looking armor.
Worth every penny.
You betcha.
I have a different way to share this to... where are we here?
Yeah, I read up on it. Wait.
There we go. I got you a picture there, so you can get included on all of this.
Let's get that full Boba Fett on steroids look to
it does.
Yeah, it sure does.
Yeah.
So yeah, suits of armor. Currently, the only one that is currently claimed, as in somebody wearing it, somebody who has it on them, is right now Cobb. I believe Shadow's character will also receive one. So let's grab him here.
And there's one for Ryan Adamus, and then a fifth one that'll be just in the armory.
So everybody's getting distributed a suit of armor.
I will definitely familiarize myself with it.
Okay. Grab your character. Everything in the party. So in the inventory in the ship, the party sheet ship. Say that 10 times fast. There is combat armor. So what I'll do is I think I drag it out here.
I think if you, the TAS thing, I think dragging it to the memory serves.
Personal actions, where are we here? No, it's got to be under equipment. So did that crawl over? No, I got to do it this way. This way.
That's pretty sweet.
I'm trying to see.
12, correct?
Yeah. I'm trying to see how I can give everybody their armor, but it does not seem to be working for some reason.
If everyone goes into items, armor, combat armor TL12, you can drag that to your equipment. Everyone can do that on their own as well.
I'll see if I can do it for Rye right now. See if I can do that.
Yeah, if not,
crawl into there. Come in that way. Oh, there we go. Okay.
There we go.
Okay, Rye has his.
Yeah, got it.
Kos. Let's see. Let's try this. Does it work? Please work. Yeah, it does not seem to work that way with for Coast. Just let me drag and drop it on here. I like to have it here so it calculates the damage and stuff like that for just in case situations, which is nice because a lot of times I really don't want to be counting dice at this time of the night. Alrighty, so yeah, you're just maintaining stuff in the armory, cleaning the weapons,
Yeah.
that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
Cool.
I'm seeing if anyone wants to spar. Usual.
Yeah, you can get in a sparring session. There is, Sal will spar with you for a bit for some
sounds good.
exercise. In the meantime, Rye up in the bridge of the ship. Anything?
Just monitoring.
Just monitoring stuff. Yep. Adamus. Any extracurricular activities that you will be committing to?
He's going to keep working on his vac suit. He wants to get better with that, so that would be his focus until he's proficient or more proficient.
Alrighty. So, you get some, one-on-one with Cora. Cora goes ahead and gives you some primers with the vacuum suit, making sure that you know how to use it. She's like, okay, now that we got you all suited up, go ahead and hit the air dock and get yourself outside. Don't touch anything outside that looks like plasma. That would be very drastic. I'm joking. but she says if you go ahead and you decompress the airlock, you can go ahead and kind of get the feel, have the gravity turned down to near nothing in the airlock, and you can practice floating around and that sort of thing.
Okay.
And I mean, Overton comes into the room, into the bridge, and he kind of looks a little concerned. He's like, so this Jack gentleman, he's wondering if there's any chance he was talking about this some time ago, about his equipment. He's got some sort of a machine that he wants to configure to the ship, but I'm not too sure. This guy's ideas, they are rather extreme. So
out of this world, you could say.
Strange. He's got his own ideas. He's got equipment. I've given him a few tools and stuff and some components in order to keep him preoccupied. Wow, he is quite eccentric.
What does this equipment do?
I have no idea. I've kind of looked over what he's working on, and it looks like some sort of a modulation contraption components. It looks like it works on wavelengths. Strange stuff. I'm not too sure. I've never seen it work. I've never seen it being switched on or anything. So I don't know what to make of it.
Okay.
I know he's using components in a totally different way. So not in the conventional kind of sense.
Okay. Go and let Cobb know. Maybe we can work on figuring out what it is, and we'll go from there.
Alrighty. And he approaches Cobb.
Overton, how may I help you?
Your friend, the one who calls you John Doe? Still?
Oh yeah, it's just
Jack.
yeah.
Jack, he's got some sort of device, and he says, he would like to test it sometime. He's got some idea about hooking it up to the sensor array of the ship. However, I'm not too sure because he needs to wire some sort of power source to it, and draining on the I would say, well, I'm not too sure how much power this thing is gonna pull. So
Okay. Oh, I know what it does, but I don't really know the science too much behind it. When he used it before, it changed what these alien things, they looked human, but then it revealed what they truly look like, and everything went black and white. It's very strange from what I can remember. Could have been the drugs, I don't really know. Adamus might be able to give you a little bit of a better explanation, but I don't think it draws much power. If he was able to just have a portable battery with a fairly low tech.
Oh, okay. So what exactly did it do? Explain.
It's basically, there was the I guess you could say these aliens we came across. They looked human.
Okay.
Then when I turned it on, they turned back into these lobster things. But
Okay.
everything that we saw was like all, I think, grayscale. I was a little out of it at the time, so I couldn't really tell you fully what happened. But
okay.
Bailey may or may not be able to cooperate with that, but I know Adamus was a little more sober during the whole thing, so
Alrighty.
he might have a little bit of a better. I was drugged pretty badly, so I don't really know.
Yeah,
if
yeah.
it was all hallucination.
Understandable. I was just wondering about the possible repercussions of hooking up this device, since like I say, I've seen what he's doing, but I really don't understand what he's doing with it, and he's jury rigged a few more components to it. So
okay, if we can find him a portable power source, he's free to go ahead and use it and show you kind of what it does before he hooks it up to the
Okay. We can I know I do have a generator that he could use.
Okay, just let Admus know. It's a little more his expertise than mine.
Alrighty.
And he may have some suggestions or insights.
Alrighty.
And just let the captain know before you turn it on, just because things get a little weird when it goes on.
Okay.
And let me know, and I'll inform the rest of the crew so they don't.
So give you a heads up before we turn it on, if we decide on that.
Yeah. So I'll let Cora and Zally and that know, so they're not freaking out.
Okay. Alrighty. Okay. I will go ahead and talk to Adamus then.
Sounds good.
Adamus, soon enough you are approached, and he says, Sir Adamus, apparently Jack wishes to hook up some sort of a contraption of his own invention to the ship. Do you think this would be wise, or would it be something that we would have to kind of first off isolate before we go ahead and install any of these components?
Yeah, there should be no connection of any unauthorized devices to this vessel. and Jack was quite useful in helping us escape a sticky situation a little while back. But to say the least, the device that he had created was effective but unstable, and I think it would be unwise to introduce such tech into our ship systems. It could be catastrophic. So if he would like to explain the purpose and the reason for why he'd like to connect it, we certainly can conduct some isolated tests to see what he's come up with. But certainly nothing should be connected to the ship.
Alrighty, so giving him the use of a power generator should be of no problem. One of my own power generators, of course, not connected to the ship in any way.
I would like to know exactly what he has created and have a chance to examine it myself before he turns it on.
Okay, well,
especially if he's doing it while we are in transit. If something were to go wrong, it would be
that would be my concern as well. So, shall we go ahead and approach Jack?
Let's go talk to Jack.
All right. You guys maneuver over to the back of the engine room, where Jack is happily working on something of, well, to him, great importance. And he's at the bench. He's, working away there, soldering some things together. He's trying to figure out how to use these newfangled tools that, and every once in a while he'll hurt himself and he'll go, that stings. And he'll start working way again. Kind of, he doesn't even realize you guys are there. And you guys walk basically in. And
Hey, Jack, what you working on?
I think I have it. I think I have the solution to us getting to places faster and in one piece. I think, and it works with what I've been working on here, and this Can you hold this? He goes ahead and gives you a couple of wires to hold while he's trying to solder something together.
I do not take the wires. Jack, maybe we can devise a different way of holding those rather than someone putting their fingers on them. What exactly have you been working on that you think would interface with your new drive technology?
Okay, so you know how when I turned on my device, my generator, it created waves, and these waves went ahead and made us perceive time and space in a totally different way. Right? I am right. We did perceive time and space in a totally different way. I think.
Yes, we were able to see the aliens for what they were. That was quite genius.
But it's much more. It's just much more than that. I tell you, I'm not. People think I'm crazy, but really I'm not. I have things that I got. I mean, they tried to erase them, but there's some is still in here. So I think as time goes on and nobody else operates on my brain anymore, I think I can come up with some really cool things for the ship.
Well, that's intriguing. I'm very interested. I just want to make sure we don't blow the ship up before we invent something.
I do not intend to turn it on while our ship is in transit. Yeah, transit. And what I plan on doing is just putting it together with a good, solid power source, and then when we drop out of transit, plan on using it then.
Yeah, perhaps we could fashion a remote test bed that we could place in space some distance away from our vessel, and then test it on a test bed so that if it goes boom, we don't go boom with it.
Oh, you mean like the air raft? Or something like that?
Something
okay.
that the test is not occurring on board the ship that we depend on for our life and livelihood.
Okay, so, sir, if it would not trouble you, can I install this? And he points what he's what he's constructing. Can we put this in the air raft and have it ready to go when we exit transit?
Maybe something less costly than the air raft. Perhaps I don't know. Construct a simple framework that the device can sit within that we can then place in space and move away from and remotely activate. And that way we're not destroying good hardware if something were to go awry.
Well, I'll make a platform. I'll have an interface built into it in case, so that we can go ahead and quickly hook it up to the air raft if that's the case, if we decide on doing that. But in the meantime, I will have the device ready. Is that okay?
Yes, don't turn it on.
Okay.
Leave it off. Yes, okay.
Alrighty. Sounds good, sir. I will do so. And yeah, you will be impressed, I tell you.
I believe you. I step a short distance away, go, 𝙏𝙍𝘼𝙑𝙀𝙇𝙀𝙍.
Go ahead.
Jack is still crazy. Watch out for him.
Right. Any news on what he's creating?
He worries me, but he is also obviously very intelligent. So I think whatever it is could be of use, but we do not test it on board the Nebuchadnezzar.
Yeah, that would be a good sign right there. Good job. What is he intending to do to test it?
We'll place it on a spaceborne test bed, something inexpensive, and then move the vessel away while we do the test, and then see what happens.
Roger that. Good idea. Keep me informed.
Just writing down some notes here. Alrighty. Suddenly, the ship lunges. Kaboom, kaboom, kaboom. You feel something like everybody suddenly does the basic dex checks, but don't bother. Everybody's kind of holding themselves, bracing themselves after a heave and a shove, and all of a sudden, you get this call from Cora from the bridge, and of course, let's see, who else is at the bridge right now? I do have Cora, Rye, and Adamus is coming back at the time. You basically see everything light up on the switchboards everywhere, on the interface, on the everything on your monitors are going kind of fuzzy all of a sudden. And from what you can see from the ports on the side, from looking outside, you almost see the plasma going into a totally different color. It's going into a really, really, really purplish color instead of the traditional rainbow that you usually see. Kind of like looking at a bubble in the sun from a from some dish soap. You know how it's all kind of like swirly and everything like that. That's usually how you see the plasma bubble. But now it's gone totally to a kind of a purpley hue going on the outside. And she's clicking on a few things and getting some readouts. She's saying, we're getting a really bad fluctuation happening with the jump bubble right now. Something really bad. I'm not sure if it's destabilizing or not. The readings have gone out on the console on that one over here. She points.
Jack, what did you do?
Overton reports back. Jack has done nothing. He's just getting his device together, although it's kind of partially on the floor right now. What's going on?
Get it off the floor.
He's like, it's okay. It's okay. It's not even hooked up to anything right now. And then you feel another heave happen to the ship. Rusk and Kos, you're both like pretty much, chilling out in the common room and holding on for dear life. And Rusk goes, "What the hell are those guys doing right now?" He's like trying to look out through the portals and everything. He's like, "Oh, I don't think that looks good out there. I see that? It's kind of like a purple hue." And he's looking out.
That don't look right to me.
He's like, I don't think I've.
I run some diagnostic.
Yeah, you're trying to run a diagnostic. Go ahead and roll a electronics, please. Beautiful. And running diagnostics, you're getting something's trying to pull you out of space, out of the warp bubble that you are currently in. Jump bubble
what's
seems
going
to
on?
be destabilizing.
I want to see if I can create a resonant feedback to try to basically shock whatever it is that's trying to pull us out of our travel here.
Okay, go ahead and do one more electronics roll for me.
It's basically intentionally overloading the warp bubble to try to break their grasp.
Nice roll.
Nice.
You kind of see the color start shimmering back, but all of a sudden it loosens off again and becomes purple again, and suddenly you are taken right out of the jump, and stars, everything comes into view, and you're like, you can feel the ship kind of lunge and kind of tilt to one side. You're feeling the gravity kind of feed back on you.
Oh, holy!
I sound general quarters. Everyone, prepare for possible boarding action. Cobb, man the weapons array.
We have a broadcast
defensive
coming
systems
through.
ready,
She
yeah.
says, she's like, this does not sound good. You get this broadcast coming through. It comes out as, "Surrender ship. You will be unharmed. Prepare for disassemblage."
Hell no.
Captain, recommend evasive maneuvers. Let's get some weapons fire on these guys.
Yeah, get them ready. Get going.
And
Cobb.
yeah,
we
you're
need you. Get ready.
Screens are starting to pop up. You've got yourself a ship on the in view right now, and you kind of feel like the ship is struggling to respond. You can see Cora; she's trying to maneuver the ship around, but she's like, trying to pull the yoke over, and it just is not functioning.
Adamus, hit the electric field. Let's give it a shock.
Yeah, so I will stand by. As soon as something contacts the hull, I will electrify the hull.
And you don't see anything on sensors indicating that you have anything actually connected to the ship at the moment. Kos, anything that you are doing in the meantime?
Book into my quarters.
Okay. Take it you are going to.
I recommend Russ do the same and get ready for bear.
He's like, oh hell yeah! He's like, he goes over to to his quarters as well. Runs over there. Yeah, you run into your quarters, and you see you've got your armor and everything there, your weapons.
I'm gonna just run his sensor and see what's around us.
Ship. Large ship. I will show you an image.
Can you put it down to know what to show it?
You know what? Close the door.
Where's my list? Okay, here's my list.
And that's my wife.
The big bad has come for you.
Yeah.
Share that with you. This thing is a monster of a ship that you can just see over the rise of the nose of your ship. You can just see it as it's it seems to have a set of some form of a projection happening as it's closing in on you.
Is there a way we can actually disrupt that projection? A signal of some sort that we can send back to disrupt it.
Let me see what I can do. I gotta go ahead and try to configure our drive array to try to feed back on the signal and see if I can knock out the projector.
Can anyone get a hold of them and see what they actually want? Are we just in the wrong?
They want us to prepare for disassemblage. I think that's bad.
Possibly, but are they just you're in the wrong area, or are they after us something specific? Maybe we can talk our way out of this. At least see why they want to disassemble us. We ain't fighting our way out.
Run a signal in the background to see in case we need to get out of here.
Because I definitely ain't gonna shoot that thing out of the sky.
No, that's not in hell.
Yeah,
our targeting.
If we can take out the projector like the captain was suggesting, we can escape, and then I'm more than happy to use diplomacy once we're not being hauled in to be taken apart.
Yeah.
So in the meantime, just let me get this over here. You get a banging on the stateroom door for Kos. Bam, bam, bam.
Open it.
Rusk goes ahead and comes in. He's like, look outside your portal.
So we look.
I'm
looking.
So yeah, Shadow, you notice that you see this. And I've sent you a picture. He's like, this is bad. Says Rusk. He's like,
you recognize it?
Yeah. He goes, this is a FAL patrol cruiser. I need to go ahead and get a message out before they go ahead and take us apart.
Take us apart?
Oh yeah, he says any kind of intruder coming into their territory definitely gets disassembled.
I don't disassemble.
Well, what do you think? I don't want to get disassembled either. So he's like, check. I'm ready to roll. But we got to go ahead and get a hold of our contact before things get hairy. You got yourself any kind of a communications device or anything?
Just the thing I get a hold of you with. It's not gonna. Yeah, you. Yeah, this.
No. We need to get something with some range. What about
Why don't you head up to the bridge and give me a minute to get the rest of my gear on.
all right, I'll see you there. He goes ahead and starts booking it out of his out of their stateroom, and you see him disappear.
When he leaves, I knock on the stateroom of Frank.
Okay. Bang bang. You see. Shh. Hello, Kos. How are you doing?
Have you looked at a porthole recently?
Yes, I have observed what appears to be a FAL ship. I suggest that we make haste to the escape pods.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be happening anytime soon. I recommend you prepare for boarding actions, and if you have any gods, I'd start praying.
Well, since you've known me, Warren, I don't believe in any gods, of course, but I think our best chance would be possibly to leave, if you understand what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, any escape pods on board are not going to get out of range. These guys are going to want every last molecule of this ship and everything within a light year. We need to come up with another plan.
Alrighty, I will prepare my laser carbine to possibly little or no effect.
Yeah,
Well,
worst comes to worst. I tell them where the escape pod,
I suggest that be our priority if things hit the fan, as you say.
Yeah, just save one for me, or at least room for me.
Roger that.
I'm heading up to the bridge.
Okay. First off, bang bang. You hear ka-tink on the bridge comm. Hey guys, let me in. It's Rusk.
Open it.
And you see Rusk. He says, give me a lead out. I need a communications line."
Adamus, do we still have an open line?
There are no lines. We don't have any transmitters operating at the moment, but we can certainly do so. What's the message?
The message,
Rusk?
yeah, message. Just open up a line. I'll give the message.
Oh, I don't think so. What would you like to transmit? We're kind of in the middle of an
Okay.
emergency at the moment.
Yeah. I see that. It's execute command Alpha 2971.
And what does that mean?
It's gonna save our asses. It's gonna give us our contact.
Captain, it's your call. I'd like more information, though, if I were you.
It's kind of sketchy as it is, but we got to put trust in something.
This
I'm
guy?
running out of. Well, I trust you, Adamus. That's about it.
Okay, I'm telling you, I not sure about this command code, whatever it is. I'll transmit it. I'll go ahead and send it.
Okay, you can. Yep. All right. You execute command Alpha 2971, and you get a. You hear a response. Stand by. And all of a sudden, you feel like the ship is suddenly maneuvered a little bit more gently, and starts facing face to face towards this large maw of a ship. And you hear, "Who wishes to utter commands to Commander Zorha?"
Roos, do you have something else you want to say?
He says, "Yeah, all righty. Okay, give me a line out to this guy."
I open a channel and record everything that's being said.
He says, yeah, I would like audience with Commander Zora. And suddenly, you get a image come up. I'll present it to you guys. She comes up on the screen. I am Commander Zora. What do you wish of me? She says in a commanding voice. And Rusk goes, we're here with the with some Skara, he says. And she kind of gives a kind of a bit of a scowl on her face. She goes, our alliance has been dissolved with the Shikikakar. Why should we supply a Vortron generator to you? And then he goes, Dreadhawk asks for it. We do have trade. We have Skara. She kind of thinks and ponders it. She goes, it is against protocol, but production will improve. Give me a moment. She cuts off communication. In the meantime, the ship is still kind of like manhandling you and starting to maneuver you towards the maw of the ship and starts pulling you in. Dun 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 dun. He's waiting. He's like, hopefully maybe she'll get through or something here. And yeah, you see utter panic happening on Cora's face as you guys start closing in closer and closer to it. And then all of a sudden, it stops. The beams come off and reside. You kind of feel your ship going into kind of a free float for a moment. And you hear the commander off of that ship go, carry on. You may proceed to the gas giant. Do not deviate from your course. And he goes ahead and you get a some form of a signal coming through. Suddenly your nav control gets slightly taken over for a moment. And you notice that there is a signal showing you a nav beacon, which gets you to the nearest gas giant.
Let us continue on our way as I'm wiping the sweat from my forehead. I'm like, God, that was close.
Well, that was quite a trick, Rusk. Care to explain what that was all about?
All right. He says,
I'm intrigued.
yeah, this is Commander Score is the our contact, he says. Unfortunately, things haven't gone well with Shikikar with the with what has occurred with the intervention of the other the Glimmer Drift, all that stuff. Everybody who started attacking us when we thought we had the upper hand against the Imperium. But we did have a little bit of a negotiable treaty situation with FAL, and hopefully we're able to get the power source that we're wishing to get here. Of course, this is the reason why we are here.
As he finishes that, I'm gonna stand up to him. I'm gonna be like, "You waited this long to tell us?
He says,
You endangered my ship."
I'm on the ship too, buddy. But I couldn't really trust you with all this information unless I knew you guys were going to go ahead and carry on through with it.
My word is my bond, and yet you don't trust me?
Hey, do you trust me?
Not at all.
There you go.
But just now I built a trust with you in knowing that we actually were able to get through this.
He's like, hey, I don't know where you're taking me until we get here. You don't. I have no. I have no idea.
As I'm concerned right now, I'm in debt with you, so you have my respect.
Alrighty, He says. So what's
Hey,
gonna
boss?
happen? What's that?
Hey, boss, I got a question.
What's that?
What's to keep him from just taking everything and, tossing us out an airlock?
He says that's true, but I prepare for such things. He says, believe me. You have to start thinking like a shikakar.
Do I look like a shikakakar to you?
No, that's why you're not thinking like me.
Exactly.
So he says, what we're going to have to do, if you're willing to follow the command, is follow that beacon. We'll hit the gas giant. If everything goes okay, we can go ahead and give them Skara. And in trade, they will give us the generator.
Then let's continue on course.
It's like that. Cora is able to maneuver the ship. You kind of feel the ship kind of veer away from the maw of this patrol cruiser. And she starts heading towards the destination on the nav map. And then once again, you get another message from Zora once again. She says, where is Rusk? And Rusk says, you want to patch me through?
Yep, I will put him through.
Okay. He says, yeah, here, Commander Zora. She goes, there is a complication, but we will be able to proceed as scheduled. We will have the device at the location, but we must make it quick. Like,
how quick are we talking?
She says, I want this to go as smoothly as possible. No complications. So when we arrive, she says, I want you to put the Skara on a device to send to my ship. In turn, I will leave the device drifting from my cargo bay. You will then pick it up and proceed out of FAL space. Do I make myself clear?
Clear. Rusk?
It's clear as air.
All right.
The ship continues on its way towards the gas giant. Is anybody doing any kind of preparations in the meantime. There is approximately 2 hours before you reach the gas giant.
Well, what's going on? I just radio admin. So, anyone think about wanting to use Test Jack's device on their ship? See what happens? Maybe have some fireworks?
Maybe let's deal with one crisis at a time. In an emergency, if all else is lost, we could give Jack the Hail Mary. I'm not sure that we want to do that just now.
You know, I was actually thinking the same thing. We want a quick exit, and he said it's for quicker space. He may be crazy, but he might be onto something that might help us get out in a hurry.
Yeah, I don't deny it. Perhaps as a last resort, let's not make that our first option.
Yeah.
Well, it ain't going to be our first option, but hell or high water, if we need to get out in a hurry, we'll use it. And see
Maybe
if it
let
works.
Overton know just to start working on a solution for that.
Yeah, Adamas,
In
go
case we
let
need to.
Overton know about our contingency.
And what exactly are you planning here? Says Overton. Do you want us to prepare to have it hooked up to the ship? Or do you want it to be still on a platform of some form?
No, we'll keep it inside. We'll get it ready to hook up to the ship. We're gonna have to test it if trouble hits us and we need to get out fast.
Are you sure about that, sir?
I'm running out of options here, Overton.
Alrighty. Well,
This
Jack,
is our
Jack,
final
it looks
descent
like-
to get this.
He says, it looks
To get
like
this done.
it's your lucky day. You get to hook up your little device, but don't turn it on. Okay. And you hear it. Yeah, we'll get underway here, and you hear him disconnect.
Yeah. Well, that's going on. I want to contact Sal
Yep.
and ask him to meet me in my stateroom.
Okay, will do. And Sal beats you over at the stateroom.
Okay, and then quietly I'll just say, we've got a couple hours. I want you and I and Shar maybe just to go through the ship and see if anything's out of place. I don't know if I truly trust our guests.
Oh, okay.
They're
okay.
up to something, and something tells me if it goes sideways, they'll abandon us in a hurry and not in a good way.
All right, will do.
So don't let it on that you're looking for it. We're just doing a routine patrol, making sure that nothing's
Okay, we'll
come aboard or anything.
We'll do a scan. Okay. They head off and they start
Sounds
doing
good.
the thing.
Okay, I'll go with them and just kind of make it look like I'm just preparing the ship for just in case things go sideways.
Ready? And
With a FAL.
Rusk is is basically kind of chilling over in the at the bridge area, and then of course Kos is there as well.
Anything I can do to help, Captain? Anything I can do to help?
Need your insight on all this information that we need to do and the
Oh.
machine that we need to grab.
Yeah, I'll just message Ryan. No, just Shar, Sal, and I are just we're just taking a look over the ship. If you want someone to take over the weapons, just in case. While we're doing that.
How are you on weaponry, Kos?
I can handle myself.
I'll need you as a gunner.
You mean like a turret?
Yeah.
Actually, I'm better indoors than shooting outdoors, if you know what I mean.
All right. Well,
But I can keep you apprised of the offloading. You know, getting cargo ready for the exchange.
right. Then we'll put you there.
Just give me a moment to strap on that new gear we picked up.
Yeah, for sure. Don't forget the bracelets.
Never leave home without them.
Maybe the commander will want a few. Might lighten her mood a little.
Yeah, you never know.
Do you look her?
What's that?
I said, is she a looker?
Geez, something. Maybe he needs to get a little something too, and she wouldn't be so grouchy.
Well,
Yeah.
she did check us all out, so maybe you never know.
And keep that in mind. I skedaddle. Get to my stateroom and
Okay, prepare yourself.
get strapped.
And Frank is contacts you. He's like Kos. Any word on what is happening? I think we are safe.
We're making a cargo transfer. If you have any family or relatives that you need to get a message to, you might want to go up to the bridge and see if you can't, make your peace with them, or, let everybody at home, know that you love them, you miss them, and you hope to see them soon. That sort of thing. I gotta get to work.
Is that what you humans do? Interesting.
I elbow him in the ribs. Tell him to get out of here.
You cease to understand my humor at times. I will be in my stateroom.
I know exactly how you feel.
You know, the many times what we have gotten ourselves into trouble, and the many times that I have been almost killed in every instance.
Like I said, next round's on me, pal. I have a feeling I'm going to be buying a lot of drinks if we get out of this one.
Okay. And for Adamus, anything that you are preparing for or pursuing while this is all happening? Or just hanging tough in the bridge?
I'm gonna go back over the sensor logs from the tractor beam ray thing and see if I can find any weaknesses I could exploit if we get caught up again.
You're looking at what power outage that was shown to have encompassed your ship. This thing, these unless you go ahead and absolutely destroy the beam itself, like with a well-placed shot or something, you don't think that there's any way of breaking away from the technology is just way too high up there. So you're at a huge disadvantage against such a ship as something like that. So yeah, unless you had something that would just utterly hit it and destroy the tractor beam or something like that. But you think that there was probably multiple tractor beams by the way that it was just taking your ship and just moving it around with such ease.
I'm going to also examine if it's possible to somehow leverage Jack's first device that phase shifted us or let us see the aliens for what they were. Maybe there's a way to exploit that technology to disrupt what the other ship is packing.
Okay. And
did we lose Shadow?
Yeah, we did.
I'm here. I'm
he's
just,
there.
Fire
He's there.
break.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's making more bracelets.
He's making a wish. Remember to drop a quarter off, you'll or a penny or something.
They exist? Pennies?
Yeah, do you guys have pennies in the States?
Not worth anything.
We do, but they're worthless.
Oh, okay. That's funny though. We don't have pennies up here. We don't even have $2 bills anymore either.
No, $2 bills were outdated like long time ago.
Over 20 years ago.
Okay, back to the game here. Alrighty. So Overton reports back that Yeah. Okay. We have some sort of a connection ready to go here, if we need to. Jack's device is ready. It's powered up on its own generator right now, so it's ready to go if you need to. However, we do have a switch which channels it into the ship's drives, and therefore it'll start up if we need to. I don't know what it'll do, but I still think it's a pretty risky thing.
Like I said, we're running out of ideas here, and we're on a deadline.
Gas giant is up ahead. You see. Let's see. Cora says, "Do you wish to go ahead and do a refueling quickly before things get out of hand here? We have a chance to dip into the gas giant and get ourselves some unrefined fuel."
Yeah, that sounds like a really good idea, Cora.
Okay. She goes ahead and makes a maneuver and goes ahead and starts dipping a little bit lower towards the threshold of the gas giant. And yeah, you start hitting the clouds basically and start dipping through. And you hear the refineries on either side of the ship kick into gear, and you can hear it start sucking in the vapors and starts doing its thing, making a pumping sound as it's trying to pump the hydrogen into your tanks once again. Up here. Okay.
Just let us know when we're full, Cora.
Yeah. Within 20 minutes, she says we should be there. I mean, this is cutting it close though, sir. With the rendezvous point.
Yeah.
And ship indicates that it is back to full once again. And it's still doing the refining process as it's cleaning out the hydrogen.
Okay, let's head to our rendezvous.
And yeah, you proceed. And up ahead, you see this. Go ahead and put it on display for everybody, of course. And again, for Shadow, I will drop this into the thing for him. Where are we here? Yep, that one there. Put down.
Okay.
So as you get a you get a nav beacon basically placing you within the direction of that ship, and Zora once again comes up on display. And Shadow, are you on the bridge this time, or are you just still?
No, I'm near the cargo and loading it onto, or at least unloading it from the low berths
Okay, you're over.
onto
Okay,
a hand cart.
alrighty, you're getting stuff ready with the with the transfer. In the meantime, you get a message, Cobb.
Yeah.
He says, I detected something in one of the empty containers.
Okay.
False bottom. We have a what appears to be some form of a thermal nuclear device.
Is it on like a timer, or is it just a?
I don't know.
Some sort of-
We haven't opened it up. We do detect
Okay.
we do detect a uranium deposit in there, and possibly what we can detect here. It does have some sort of a detonator.
Okay. Would it be safe to move it and get it spaced, or would it be?
Well, we could maneuver it over towards the cargo bay.
Could we perhaps put it in with the shipment, maybe?
I don't know. We've got Kos is apparently grabbing the shipment. He is in with the low berths over there. You want us to go ahead and convince him to put it into the he may know about this already.
He probably does, but at the same time, I don't think there's any love lost between him and them. And he's a smart guy. He knows if things go south, he's gonna need a ship, and blowing this one up ain't gonna do any good. At the very least, it might cause a little bit of chaos.
Alrighty.
Allowing us to get out of here.
We'll do. All right. As Kos, as you notice that as you're trying to grab the shipments and bring them along, they're like, hey. You see Sal and the two security guards basically of the ship. They go, let's load up that stuff into these boxes over here, the ones that you had them originally in these containers.
That's what I was looking for. I was wondering where those were.
All right, let's do this. He's like kind of skits it over towards you with the anti-grav devices. And the two containers end up, you start basically putting this blue substance into the containers. And
Do you have any packing materials I can use to make sure it doesn't jostle around?
Yeah, we'll I'm sure we got
it takes them a good long time to safely remove the cargo.
Yeah, I'm sure we got some lead or something lying around. I'm sure we can.
I was
make
thinking
something.
like packing peanuts or whatever.
Packing peanuts.
Just something to,
Oh yeah.
so that
We got all newspaper in the back if you need.
Yeah, what would the future of
Magazines.
packing peanuts be? Yeah.
We got old magazines. I'm sure we can stick Jack in there. He'll fit nice.
There you
Just
it's probably some sort of spray gun that just
spray foam.
shoots out one
right?
peanut at a
Spray
time,
foam
rapid
insulation.
fire. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like little things, and then as soon as they hit air, they go and become a big thing, and they there you go.
Yeah, I don't want this stuff getting damaged and us getting blamed for it.
Yep.
go. I know it's our supply area. So.
It looks like little blue chiclets almost, kind of like a gel chiclets.
I pop one in my mouth.
Do you?
Yep.
Okay.
Tastes like chicken.
So this is what the future tastes like.
Are you?
Let's hope it's not what our future tastes like.
Bubble gum and blueberry.
Cobb suddenly stops in motion, and Cobb, go ahead and roll an endurance for me, please.
Sure. Oh, that was education. Sorry. So pretty good.
Okay.
As soon as I'm done packing this up, I want to go and make sure our I noticed there were some patients in the other cryo chambers. I want to make sure everything's kosher with them.
I'll go with you.
Yeah, there are three individuals.
Mhm.
There's like five or six.
Five individuals in cryo currently, And yeah, they appear. You see basically 2 girls, younger kids, basically. One young man, and it appears to be another 2 that are kind of older individuals, and their signs.
I want to pay careful attention to make sure there's nothing new been attached to the machinery.
Okay. Yeah. You're looking about. These seem to be pretty standard units. There doesn't seem to be any kind of panels been pulled off recently or anything like that. Everything looks pretty clean, spec, and functioning fairly well.
I may be a bastard, but I'm not a effing bastard.
At least
And
there's a definition in
as you
between.
are finally loading off the last bit, let's see, roll yourself 2d6 there for yourself. Shadow.
Can you do that for me? Can you do that for me?
Sure, I can do that for you.
Oh, nice.
That's what you're gonna get.
And as you are doing that, you realize, hey, there's something odd about the panel on the thing that you're putting into container. And you're like, whoa, there's something there. It looks like it's been separated, and looked like there was a little bit of tampering going on with it.
Does it come loose?
Yeah, you pop it open, and you look down, and let's see, what is your? Let me check to see. I don't have your character sheet open. Let's see, where is it here? Take a look at your skills. Oh yeah, you know exactly what this is. Thermal nuclear device. Kind of like a tactical nuke in the bottom.
Lovely.
Definitely looks like something that Rusk would do.
Mm-hmm. And I'm guessing it's a remote detonator.
Remote detonator on it.
I send word to the captain. We may want to jam any internal communications until someone gives the all clear. Probably me.
And
Copy
I'll let Ryan know that we're aware and we've taken some precautions since it's where it is. I'll let Ghost know as well.
Okay, Adamus, Jam, any internal signals that are going
Can you isolate that to give me an open comm?
Yeah, Adamus. Open a comm for Koss.
And Frank.
And Frank.
Somebody who's on the ship. Frank.
And Stephanie.
Okay.
That's a big ship. That's a really big ship.
Okay, got the line.
Commanders, oh yeah, okay. You have the line.
Put everything back and put it on the cart.
Okay, what did you need the communications line for?
In case we actually want to use it.
Oh, okay. So you're saying basically keep the line open for you for Frank and to
the captain,
it's
so
the
that
captain.
they can.
Okay.
If
All
Risk
right.
wants to pull the trigger, it might actually not be the worst option, but we don't want to do it without a little delay of at least reacting to it and being prepared.
Okay. Commander Zora ends up bleeping the ship once again. You have an incoming. She wants to have some communications once again.
All right, on screen, Adamus.
She rears her ugly head once again, and I guess I could show.
That would be an understatement.
Shadow this as well. You know, it's kind of weird to do it this way, but I guess we do it this way.
Looking at that ship, I can only imagine.
Let's try to. Got so many pictures in here. It's kind of an awkward thing to do here. Where are we? There we go.
Oh, that's not as bad as I was imagining.
And
I've done worse.
and she
I've done worse.
and she shows up on the screen and she says, prepare the cargo, and I will, once we have access to the cargo, we will drop the package.
Okay. Kos, is the cargo ready?
It is as ready as it's ever going to be.
Send it over.
Send it over.
Gotcha.
Cargo bay doors open. And you go ahead and prepare yourself for the transfer through the cargo shield. And push it on through. And Sal and who's the other one? Shar end up helping you with the cargo and pushing it out. And as soon as it goes through the static field, it ends up out into space, heading towards the opposing ship. Yeah, you see the cargo starts tumbling towards it.
Commander Zora, the cargo is being shipped to your location.
She says, affirmative. We will be tracking it in now. And you see this beam come off from the other ship. This massive thing. Goes ahead and hits the two cargo pods and it starts pulling them in fairly quickly towards the opposing ship. Just as that is going on, you're starting to Cora says, I have something incoming. It will be here in pretty much minutes. And it's really big. Really, really big. And she goes ahead and takes the display and pulls it out so that the gas giant basically on the 3D display shrinks down into like a minuscule little dot, and you can see this incoming display. It looks like possibly several ships all together coming in into your trajectory.
Commander, I thought we had an arrangement.
She says, yes, we do have an arrangement. This is why we needed haste. She says, okay, we have verified that the cargo is contained. We are dropping the load. And all of a sudden, she's like, you can see the ship kind of maneuvers itself in quite a quick way. You're surprised by the agility of this thing, and it maneuvers away, leaving behind what appears to be some sort of like a round kind of a container, very circular.
Coast, do you see what's left? What they
Mhm.
left? Is that our package?
I certainly hope so.
We need to get it because apparently there's a whole bunch of inbound.
Is it gonna fit?
It looks
It's
like
skinny.
looks like it. It looks like it might.
Let's start making room. If we can move anything to fit it in, let's do so now, so we're not
Okay.
double
Good
timing.
needs to be done. We're on.
Are we hitting that thing? Let's go.
I'll help them make the room in the cargo bay.
Yeah, you guys
we
start
gotta do it fast.
moving, shifting things around, starting to prepare. She goes ahead and flies the ship in closer towards it, and she maneuvers the ship kind of off to the side of the cargo bay. And you can see this is actually, now that you can see it, it's like a big round kind of a disc shape of a package. And you look at it, it looks like it quite possibly will fit through the cargo doors. And she's like, pilot check. And she's like, at the last minute, she's like, no, I'm not doing this. We need somebody out there to go ahead and drag that thing in.
I'll go.
Cobb,
I'll help you.
Coast, Sal,
Got
Shar,
it.
get that thing in here.
Okay,
Yeah,
No problem.
Shar and Sal are like, we don't have vac suit training.
Yeah, they probably don't have any on, but Coast and I have
Um,
the combat gears vac suits, so
Yeah.
we'll go out and
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay,
Well,
well,
Let's
do
two
it needs to
inside,
be
two
done.
outside.
So the two of you guys head on out there, yep, and start grabbing onto the to this big kind of disc. The disc kind of measures pretty much about 4 meters in width, and it's approximately a meter high. And
So-
you start grabbing onto either side and bringing it in using the on your suits.
It's not too bad.
Can
It's
we
only
get a
12
scan
feet
on this
by
before? Can we get a scan on this?
3 feet.
Scanning?
Adamus, can you scan it to make sure that there's no anomalous?
Yeah, I'll scan and make sure there's no thermonuclear device on the package we're receiving.
You are scanning it, and this thing is it is pretty much a massive power source. You're getting a reading off of it, which is fairly high off. It's like off the charts as far as any kind of power source. It is self-contained. It does seem to be stable.
Okay, I'm going to jam any likely communications channels in case they would be able to put an overload remotely to protect us from that possibility.
Good call, Adamus.
Okay. And yep, you guys end up dragging it in. It's basically starts coming into the into the cargo bay of the ship, and Shar goes ahead and starts adjusting the level of the gravity inside, and starts to match it to zero gravity in order to bring it in a lot more easier. And yeah, you basically get in this large disc shape object, and then she goes ahead and once everybody's clear, she goes ahead and slowly turns back on the gravity and starts bringing it down. But in the meantime, outside, you've got this inbound collection that looks like this.
I'll run for the cargo bay door and get that closed as soon as the disc is in.
Keep on losing my notes. I've got so many windows open here, I think.
Pro streamer.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'm real pro.
Pro
I'm
gamer
real
right now.
Pro here. Super pro. Where are we here? so that Shadow knows what's happening here. There we go. And suddenly on screen, you get a message. This is Overlord Zarn. Please commence our instructions. We are preparing to board your ship.
Hell nah.
And
I'm going to. I'll get out. I'll get on the channel and try to stall them. Yeah. So of course we'll be happy to have you on board. We're having a problem with our airlock interlock controller. Will take us just a few minutes to try to adjust that. Just give us a moment.
And that is who you see on the screen. Some sort of a humanoid, which is attached by what you think looks like some sort of strange, bizarre-looking alien creature.
So being
Cora-
as diplomatic
Cora looks-
as I can be there, trying to
Cora
stall
is,
for time.
yeah, Cora's like, oh my goodness, they do not look friendly.
He is one ugly mother.
And we will continue when we return next season with what will happen, of course.
Can I get a photo of that before we go?
Yeah, I'm not sure you want to look at that, but I will oblige. I will oblige. But we'll just do this so we can get a good look at Shadow's face when he receives it. Let's do this. Shadow. Let's see. Is there a way to make Shadow the main guy?
Oh.
Some way of doing it.
Oh,
You might be able to do it on his side, but I don't know if it's as you're the host.
Here we go. Solo.
there we go.
Here we go. Okay, you prepare for this.
Okay.
Okay. Here it comes.
It's not so bad.
So I take it you picked up the one and only copy of Scythonian Stars that I've been looking for.
No.
Wow.
It's amazing. It's
What
amazing
the-
what you can do with the mid journey and a few prompts. So, okay, guys. Woo. That was I didn't know what you guys were gonna do or how this was gonna play out, but holy shit. And
it's not like I've been having normal dreams lately anyways. Why not add one more night?
alrighty. So as far as our continuation of this, obviously we'll probably hit that up sometime a little bit later in March, correct, Gordo? You're gonna be away for a little bit.
Yeah, I've got. I'll be able to play on.
I think it was the 5th,
probably
the
on the
12th, and 19th. You weren't
Yeah,
available or something.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
26 will be my next guaranteed time. Yep.
Alrighty. Good. Alrighty, so that we know and yeah. So everybody, yeah, whoever's watching, thank you guys for checking out this stream. And for me, it was a little choppy for me because I kind of had that little bit of a fallout just before we started, and didn't have all my notes up when that happened. So just in case you guys I did have a little bit of a computer problem here, so which my computer decided to shut off there. But anyways, cool.
Good show, guys.
Yeah, and
Good show.
we will continue on when we do here.
In about a month.
Exactly
Exactly a month.
exactly a month.
Roughly.
Well, that'll
Exactly,
give me
Mom.
some good prep time on some interesting stuff for next upcoming things.
Well, I'm hoping by then I'll actually have a computer that works.
yeah, and then we're gonna be
same here.
fixing up. We could even make a show out of that, fixing Spencer's computer. Yeah.
You know what? I was gonna do a stream about it. So
Is it
Yeah.
going to be a
Why not?
comedy or
I
tragedy?
have my laptop by then.
Steve's. Yeah, it's
I-
always a comedy of tragedies.
well, you should have made a video about the computer you needed to fix on how bad I damaged that case.
It's all good. It survived. It's gonna live. And currently, our group is still alive. But if you have the heart, go ahead and subscribe because you learn things. I learn things, and you see me do my mistakes and everything because that's the way it goes, and that's the way life is. And
I make mistakes too. So.
all right, subscribe if you can. See you guys. Talk to you guys later. Woohoo!
Have a great month, everybody.
Just in time for a drink.